Hey everyone, welcome back to another video from Psyched About Life, where we talk about psychology, life, growth, and personal development. Today's video, if you did not see already by the title, is about how to learn the difference between masculine and feminine energy and how to use both to your advantage. This kind of interjects with society standards of what's masculine and what's feminine, regardless of your cultural differences. It could also be generational differences that impact how society views this masculine and feminine energy, or putting us into those categories. But we're going to look at how we have both masculine and feminine energy and traits. So some of us may feel like we show or even feel more masculine or feel more feminine. And honestly, we all have that masculine and feminine together. We may have some lower masculine, higher feminine. It really just depends on us, where we come from, our background, and also where we are in our lives, and all the factors that play a large role in our lives and how they shape us into who we are today. But there actually is a way to tune in to those either energies, and we'll get into that in this video later on. We'll talk about feminine energy first, but they both kind of intertwine together. Some examples we see feminine energy is that graceful, complex, healing, creativity nature that we see within ourselves. Some of us may feel more empathy, sensitivity, receptive to some of the things like that, but then also that masculine energy honors that strength, courage, and wisdom. So I don't want to complicate this video, but you'll see both of them kind of interject. Some characteristics, like we said, are emotional and expressive, empathetic, intuitive, compassionate, understanding. Without this balance of feminine and masculine, we can't really experience the contentment of life, what it gives us, that joy, that happiness. We kind of have to embed both energies, and however it may be helpful to you, maybe in your roles at work, it's good to have that feminine energy, whether you're working with children or people, sensitive populations. Maybe you need to bring out that more nurturing side, or that masculine could be that hustle, and we see that in business women and businessmen. And so that I don't want to get this confused with gender. We want to look at this with a clean slate. We're not labeling gender. We're just talking about that masculine versus feminine energy. To develop this now, this is where it gets a little tricky. It can, honestly, getting to that point, it's very empowering, but it could take a lot of practicing mindfulness, introspection, doing that inner work. And that's why my channel focuses on a lot of that inner work, healing, because that is one way to get to that feminine energy. And the pros of feminine energy, which we'll talk about, has a lot to do with that growth, because it could benefit you at your job. It could benefit you in the long run with figuring out more of who you are, what you bring to the table, and your quote-unquote purpose or role in life. And it's really good to tune into these energies. They can help you collaborate with your inner thoughts, emotions, intuition, and clarity about your goals and desires. Connect with nature, bring out that intuitiveness, that creativity, connect you with nature and your senses. You can take a walk in a park, hike in the woods, or simply go outside. And that can just help you ground yourself and become more aware of your senses. And we talk about that in another video where I talk about mindfulness and gratitude and how it's important to appreciate your present moment. So a lot of my content kind of intertwines. It goes back and forth. We'll bring up mindfulness, we'll bring up healing and groundedness, and that turns out to be feminine energy. So we will get into the masculine in just a moment. Let's keep on talking about that feminine energy. Engaging in these, like I mentioned, all of that stuff, like going out in nature, being more mindful. Now, when we get into the masculine energy, we're going to see a more assertiveness. This could benefit you in different roles in your lives, whether it's the workplace or in your relationship. It's good to feel that strength, get your needs met. protect yourself, integrity and accountability, logical, objective, well-structured, and self-control. We have that strength and competitiveness, action-oriented, leadership, and courage. Taking responsibility for your actions and accepting consequences and prioritizing your goals, whether it's professional, spiritual, creative. Both feminine and masculine can provide what you need in any role that you have in your life, whether it's your job, your work, your love life, your familial role, like with your family. It really kind of interjects, and they both it's like a balancing act. But depending on what you want to look at, you can tune more into your masculine versus feminine. How to develop that masculine energy? Well, you can start by practicing that self-discipline, diligently following through with commitments to yourself and others. You can develop a mental strength and resilience, not just by going to the gym, but also focusing on your concentration and improving your discipline. Now, these are just some ways to tackle into that masculine energy. Hold yourself accountable, build your mental muscle, which can honestly help you with self-confidence and other qualities of becoming a better leader, and really makes a big difference with these small steps. Because when we see feminine, we see more of that nurturing, not so much people pleaser, but you want to make sure that everyone's okay. But it can be hard with setting boundaries, so that's when that masculine energy comes into place and really helps you set those boundaries. Also working on your emotional intelligence. In fact, according to this website called Live Bold and Bloom, most successful people have tapped into both their masculine and feminine energy to become well-rounded and emotionally aware. And now this emotional intelligence requires a high level of self-awareness and empathy. So cultivating this through mindfulness and tapping deep into your emotions can make a huge difference on your relationships and all-around leadership capabilities. And it's really important for us to tap in and balance these energies because we want to maintain that equilibrium. We want to be both compassionate, self-aware, and better equipped to handle life's challenges. We also want to enhance our friendships and relationships, cultivate that personal growth, connect, build trust and understanding. And this will help us in that balance of our lives to become a better friend, colleague, partner, and various roles in our lives. Now, because it's so interesting to see masculine energy in a woman, we can talk about, setting firm boundaries, grounding themselves instead of letting people use their kindness. We see being assertive and confident in communication and decision making, taking charge, making bold decisions, being self-reliant and independent. And the question is female energy stronger than masculine? The answer is yes and no. Now, yes, because it's strong with compassion and empathy and creativity, but also that there are so many powerful energies associated with masculine. So that's why it's really good to tap into both and see where you lie in your lives and in your identity to see what benefits you. So maybe you need to tap into your more masculine role. Take charge, set those boundaries, but then also you want to be feminine in your relationships with others where it would benefit, like working with children, working with situations that involve more empathy and sensitivity or creativity. So that's why I kind of made this video, because it gets kind of confusing to label people as being more masculine and feminine, because this energy really embodies the whole together. There's so much of that masculine and feminine that kind of intertwine, and that's why it gets confusing, because people are always like, am I masculine, am I feminine, how do I get to that point? And that's why I kind of wanted to spread this awareness that there are both energies in one person, one being, but maybe that person didn't tap into one side versus, because they can both be so beneficial. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for coming. If you're new here, welcome. I appreciate you guys giving my channel the time. And if you want to see other content on here, please comment down below. I read the comments and we can only grow together. All right, bye.